So here are the weapons that I've chosen to use, the DJI Nanos. These are the 128 gig versions. If you're buying it for doing moto-vlogging or any kind of long form videos, get the 128s. The 64s seem a bit more economical, but saves a lot of aggro later. They're also fitted with filters, DJI filters. One's got the 16, one's got the 32, and I think I've just done that the right way around, 16, 32. And they're both fitted with 256 gig SSD cards, because I couldn't afford the 1 terabytes that they can take. So here we can see them working remotely, where the base unit becomes the monitor for the actual camera. The base unit also charges the camera unit, and as you can see, this one's got quite a low charge left, so that would need to go into the scooter to be charged up via the USB-C, which only takes about 20-30 minutes riding time to be back 100% ready to charge this a couple of times. It does about 2 times charging, so 2 times you can charge that to this. This also carries the 256 gig, as I just said, so you can export, and it actually moves the file from here to here, and then later I'll show you how you move it from here onto an SD drive for safe backup. So to export your file, you have to have the Nano set up for, what would you call it? Not selfie like this one, but opposite to selfie, so facing outwards. So the camera's facing that way, not this way like this one. And I'm trying to do this one-handed, which is a bit gay. Okay, so now we're on, okay? So now we go to our files here, okay, and we can see that the unit here has got 66 gig on it, and the card's empty, which because I've already redone those. But you can export to SD, so press that and confirm. Okay, and then it does that. So this is where you could have it back in your case here, so you could store it like this. Sorry about all the hands getting into shot. Okay, and then put that safely in your safe space on your vehicle. In my case, the Vespa underneath the seat. And when it's finished that transfer, okay, it switches off, but also charges up the unit. So you're doing 2 jobs in one. So you're saving your file, emptying this so you can be used again, and charging this up. So that's 3 jobs. Okay, so that's really, really good thing to do. And if you repeat that over the day until you need to charge the base unit via your onboard USB, you can just keep going backwards and forwards with each unit. Here you can see it mounted to my new Glamster crash helmet from Shoei. So here we have them, both the cameras and my microphones, my glasses and gloves and other bits and bobs in my Vespa seat, underneath my seat. And so the camera that's now on the crash helmet, the base unit is now in one of these boxes, so it's working independently. So let's show you how I use it during the day on the crash helmet. Okay, so now you're riding your bike and the camera's off, and you've just checked it's off, but you want to take a picture or set a video, 30 seconds, a minute or 2 of the road ahead. So all you need to do is press the button once and it comes on. Remember, oh, and now this one starts recording automatically. So this is now recording. And it's recording, do your thing, blah, blah, blah. And you come to the end of it, you've done 5 minutes or so, and you switch it off. Okay. Now, if you're riding along and you stop at a traffic light or roundabout, whatever, you look in the mirror and you were recording and it's gone off, it normally means that it's run out of memory space or the battery's dead. And you go through the changeover procedure, which I showed you earlier.
It's all I could ask for, a place to
you don't need to use or take a delicate laptop with you and all that weight when you can use your mobile phone and a few accessories to back up your data. So obviously you need your mobile phone, an external SD drive, an SD card reader, cards in there, and a USB powered hub, and I'll leave a picture for which one that is. And that needs to go into a hole in the wall, so you need to power that in. You can't use your battery bank. So once you've plugged all this in, what you should get, if we go over to the phone, under your file manager, could be on your Apple or thing, you'll see 2 new drives. So in this case, I've got a 1 terabyte SSD, this one, and I've got a 125 gig SD card sitting in my SD card reader. So I'm going to copy from there to there via the phone. The way you do that is you select your drive. This is the SD card. All your files are under the DCIM folder, and another folder. You could have multiple ones of these depending on how many shots you've made. So you can select a file, just one file if you want, or all of them by going select all. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do one. And we copy it, and then it offers you where to copy it. So at the top here, you've got your USB storage one, which is your hard drive. Okay, so now you see I've got various different films that I've got in here. There's Rome. And we'll just pick a folder in here, and we'll copy there. And off it goes. And then when that's done, that's it. So then your file is still on the SD card, because you're only copying, you're not moving. It's now backed up to your SD drive via your phone. So that's your safe backup. And now you can format your SD card in your Nano and can continue backing up as I've showed you previously. And now I'm using the monitor to see how you look, or how I look to you, while I've got it stuck to a metal pole, because they're magnetic as well. So that's how I use my DJI Nano, never get it right, to record my rides and back up the data and make sure it's all safe to edit when I get home. So, as always, please subscribe. It does really, really help. And thank you for all the subscribers from the last video, because that was a good jump. Maybe I should put subscribe a few times in the video. And thank you for all the comments. And see you again very, very soon.